Can you beat Fallout 3 with only teddy bears? Now you may be asking yourself, SUMATTO, that's not a weapon. That's not even armor. That's a miscellaneous item. You can't use that to beat Fallout 3. Or can I? Is the question. You see, there's a weapon in Fallout 3 called the rocket launcher. You know, maybe you know it as the jet gun in Fallout 4. But in Fallout 3, it's called the rocket launcher. And you can put almost any miscellaneous item inside it, and you can shoot it. So basically, this challenge is pretty simple. It's like just using only the jet gun for the entire run. But I can only fill teddy bears inside it. So I'm just going to have to scavenge the wasteland, look for teddy bears, and then shoot them at, my enemies. There's a couple rules for this challenge, okay? One of the rules is you can only kill enemies with the jet gun, and it has to be with teddy bears. You can't do anything else, okay? Nothing else is allowed to kill any enemies. Only teddy bears with the jet gun. That's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple challenge. Look for teddy bears and just shoot them. Now, you may be asking, SUMATTO, that sounds still pretty easy. The jet gun, you can fire it, and then you could just pick up the item. Boop, pick it on up. Some of the items, when you shoot out the teddy bear, Bethesda's little jank-ass of a game, sometimes bugs through the walls, bugs through the floors. The same color of the teddy bear looks the same identical texture of the ground. And it's really easy to lose them when you shoot them, because those fuckers go flying. They fly everywhere. That's right, they fly now. But yeah, that's pretty much the simple challenge run, is to use the jet gun and only use teddy bears. And try to find as many teddy bears as I can, and only use that as ammunition. Yeah, it's just a funny challenge run. Let's see where it takes us.
I named my character Ted because I just thought that was kind of fitting for the run.
Now for my special points, I put 5 points in strength, 7 points into perception, 7 points again into endurance, 1 point into charisma, because let's be honest, who uses that? 1 point only into intelligence, because I didn't think I was really gonna need it this run, and then I put 9 points in agility for more action points, and 9 points again into luck because more critical damage. Now we're gonna talk about something very important about this challenge. And also, I guess, future videos as well. I could not get past the rat roach because you have to kill it with the BB gun to, proceed. It's the tutorial. You have to do it. And I decided to just kill it with the BB gun, which if you consider that to be, I failed the challenge, then I guess I failed the challenge. But I'm curious to see how many people here agree that because it's a tutorial and purely only tutorials that forces you to do one thing, that's okay and you can continue the challenge run. But if not, I will put that in for ideas for future videos. But please let me know if that, if you think that's the disqualifications, or you're like, that's okay because it's, a tutorial. I'm actually genuinely curious what you guys think. Please leave them down in the comments down below. And, yeah, that'd be great.
Wait, what? Was a tire iron? Was that always a thing in this game? No fucking way.
Good morning. Stopped in to see you.
Oh no, I think I have a mod on. No, I think I have a mod on. No. I forgot that I had a mod installed. No, I have a mod installed. I have a fucking mod installed. I'm like, I don't know, there's being a tire iron here. No, I fucked it all up. I had to. Oh, that's crazy.
Now for my skill points, I chose barter, big guns, and speech. The reason for barter, so I can be able to buy, parts that I might need, and to buy the rocket launcher a lot cheaper. Big guns, because obviously the rocket launcher is a big gun. And speech, I don't really know why I picked speech this time, because I didn't even really use it this run, so that was kind of dumb of me. Now the actual challenge begins now. Amanda gave me her father's gun. Didn't want that. It's not the jet gun. Can't shoot teddy bears out of that, so I gave it back to her. I met with Butch. Gave him the BB gun to be, somewhat nice, I suppose. He's bullied me my entire life. And then later I tried to sneak by Amanda's dad, and I just kind of fucked up. After I left the vault, I leveled up, and I decided to head to Silver so I could, get more money. Because if you head to Silver, which is a nearby place outside of, Vault 101, which I'm sure most people know of, you can extort her for more money. Yay, it's great. You can tell her that, the person that's looking for her, that, oh, she's dead or she's not around, and she'll just give you money. you know, in exchange that, or you can ask for more money and you get even more money out of it. And it's a great way to get some early caps in the beginning of the game. So yeah, I basically just robbed her. Luckily I was able to convince her with 26 speech. Yeah, that's crazy. And then after I got all that money, I sold pretty much everything I had, almost everything I had, because the rocket launcher is quite expensive. But I was able to purchase it with just enough money. And then of course I build the rocket launcher, and it's not the greatest when you have very low repair skills.
Here's the weapon. All right, we got it. It's in terrible condition though. Oh my god. Well, if I find more parts, I can make another one and then just repair it.
After I got the rocket launcher, I got my very first teddy bear in Luke's house. Here's me testing out the gun.
And he dies instantly. You have no more ammo. Dead. Just like that. That's how the gun works. Now, I do believe you can pick up the teddy bear. But the problem is that you have to now find the teddy bear. And I've got no idea. Oh, there it is. And you could essentially reload the teddy bear over and over and over again. But the weapon does have durability, and the durability of the weapon will break.
And now you're thinking, oh wow, SUMATTO, you could really just use one bear for the entire challenge run. Why do you even need to find more bears? Let me show you why having one bear is quite annoying when you're in an actual fight.
Wait, what? Why is it mercenaries? They're hitman. And they're already after me. I don't have any more ammo. Where's the teddy bear? Where's the teddy bear? Go. There we go. I need a step back. I need a step back.
Fucking retreat!
Got him. That's the fucking teddy bear.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying. So I booked it back to Megaton so I could, find more teddy bears, and I found quite a bit.
Stab this fucking teddy bear, you fucking psycho. Oh, there's another one. Another. Why does he have so many teddy bears? What's wrong with them? Oh, there it is. How did I miss this? Yeah, lose karma. I'll give water to a homeless man or something. No teddy bear for you. You do have a teddy bear for sale. All right, nice.
Good hunting!
The 26% chance I convinced the YouTuber Nerbit to tell me where my father is.
After that, I went to Tenpenny Tower so I can, get some more stores, because you can buy teddy bears from some stores if you're lucky enough. If they just have it, it's RNG. While I was there, I experienced some casual racism. Turns out all I really needed to get into the building too, because they turned me away, which I actually never knew they could do that. But I guess if you don't blow up Megaton, they just like, yeah, you're an outsider, get out of here. But if you give them 100 caps, he'll easily be like, I'm persuaded. Hell yeah, come on in. But they didn't have any teddy bears though, so it was kind of a waste of time. And they never did for the rest of the run, so going there was a complete waste of time.
Oh my god, there's a teddy bear right here the whole time.
Then I met the Brotherhood of Steel Outcasts, which actually are quite useful because you can trade them power armor, energy weapons, and pre-war technology, and they will give you meds or bullets. I don't need any bullets because I can only use teddy bears, so I got plenty of stim packs. So if you give them a power suit armor, they give you 9 stim packs. If you give them a helmet, they give you 3 stim packs. And they have other stuff for other energy weapons, which I'll list right here. But yeah, I constantly went back to them every time I found power armor to get more med. It was a cheap alternative instead of going buying stim packs. And for people like, isn't that like a lot of money though? See, the thing is, even if it has 1 durability on power suit armor, you still get 9 stim packs from them. It's a pretty good deal. I highly recommend if anybody needs to get some stim packs or any type of like medicine for like your challenge runs, we don't have a lot of money. I would recommend doing this. It's pretty nice. A little hard to find power suit armor, but sometimes you'll usually find them lying around.
After selling everything, I head back to Galaxy News radios and killed the rest of the super mutants, and then I leveled up. Then I just put more points into Big Gun, put lockpick at 25, and then just put a little bit more points into speech. And here's like the really interesting part is when you mainly put your points into big guns, it's pretty hard to pick a skill because there's not that many skill points for big gun. So I didn't have a lot of options every time I leveled up, which is very interesting for this run. So I just kept picking training so I would increase my other like special skills. And when I picked that, I also picked endurance just for more points into big guns and more health. After the small fight with the supermutants, I had to fight the behemoth, which was not the greatest considering I already lost the teddy bear. And then I also didn't get any XP because I didn't do the final blow, so that was kind of annoying. And then I lost even more bears after that. I was only down to about 2 bears after the fight, so that was not looking bueno. A lot of the Brotherhood members died during that fight, so I just scavenged off their armor and went back to the outcasts and just sold it for more meds. With a 15% chance, I was actually able to convince the Raydog to tell me where my father was, because my bitch ass was definitely not doing his quest. And on my way to find my father, I ran into some local wildlife out here asking for help, so I was like, why not?
We got away from the slavers who were taking us to Paradise Falls. But they said our colors were explosive, blow our heads off if we ran. Do you think you can get this thing off of me before it's too late?
Science. Let me try jamming the screwdriver. That might help.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Darn, it didn't work.
We got away from the slavers who were taking us
Yeah?
to Paradise Falls. Do you think you can get this thing off of me before it's too late?
I can definitely try. Science.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Guys, I don't think I'm good at taking off collars.
Dang, well, I suppose having low intelligence would do that. Anyways, you're up.
I knew that there was a teddy bear in the Duke's house, so I decided to distract him with a Mirelurk, and I think it worked, because I got it. Headed to Rivet City, so I can see where my father was. Turns out he's not here. I did grab the intelligent bubble if anyone was curious. And I went to go look to see if any of the shops had any teddy bears. And this motherfucker never had a single teddy bear. And he also never ever shows up to his actual shop. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. This guy never shows up to his own job. It's wild. And purely just for giggles, I told this guy to jump because Lamau, I don't know.
You're right. I failed everyone, even my family.
And the guy just jumps off.
I'm looking for trouble.
I don't know why I always do that. I just gotta, just gotta get rid of the evidence real quick. Let me just, there we go. The evidence is gone now. Now no one will know that I did it. I found a random school with some teddy bears, which helped me, so then I was at 5 teddy bears. Probably the most torturous thing that you can ever do in any of the Fallout games is I was forced to play VR chat. Very scary, very discomforting. Alright, now we gotta save our dad who's stuck in VR chat, and, you know, we gotta get him out before he turns into a furry with phantom pain. No, not VR chat! No, not VR chat!
Just a little bit longer. You look so tasty, yeah you do. This trigger shit in my head is really bad. Let me sniff you.
Alright. Anyways. I leveled up, guys. Once I was in VR chat, I decided to randomly guess the secret passcode to kill everyone, and it worked out pretty well for me. On my way heading back to Rivet City, I ran into some supermutants and lost a bear, so that was not the greatest. Ran into some more supermutants, leveled up, put more points to the big guns, repairs, because I think I'm going to need that. And once again, just pick training because I have literally no real options. And lost another bear that I couldn't find. But luckily, I found another one in the house, so it all worked out. Got into fights from raiders. Immediately lost the bear again. At this point in the video, I thought it was getting kind of boring. So I thought, you know, to spice things up was to get more bears. There is one spot in Fallout where there's 4 bears. But one of the bears is like 10, 20 size, the size of like a normal bear. It's crazy. It's a little Easter egg. Normally, you can't get to it because it's behind a wall. With a bunch of boards, but you can see it. But there's also a little trick, though. You can throw some grenades down on a landmine near it and explode it, and the ricochet of the explosion could bounce it onto the wall. If that doesn't work, you just gotta reload. Just reload, resave until you get to the right position, and then you can easily, like, go in third person and just, like, grab the bear. It's pretty nice. And since I'm not hurting anyone with these explosives, it's not breaking the challenge, so it's pretty awesome and cool. Some important notes about this teddy bear, though. If you put it in your inventory and then drop it out, it becomes the same size that when you picked it up. But if you were to pick the item up again and then drop the item, it then will proceed to no longer be that size of the teddy bear, be a normal size teddy bear. But if the first time you pick it up, it'll still be the same size. So I was having a little game theory here. I was curious to see if you put in the rocket launcher, will it shoot the massive size teddy bear? Like, you know, I'm like pretty curious about that. And I tried looking it up. Apparently no one's done this before, so I was like, I gotta try it. I gotta be curious. So I went to Jefferson Memorial and I found some Supermans and I shot them. And this is what happened. Here it is, the large teddy bear. And is now in here. Nope. 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 There it is! I think I saw it! Was that it? No, maybe not. It didn't work. It didn't work, guys. It just turned into a normal-sized teddy bear. What a disappointment. My day is ruined. What a disappointment. It just turned into a normal-sized teddy bear. That's so unfortunate. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. But we got more ammo, though, so it's not like the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I'm quite disappointed, too. Yeah, nothing happened. Big disappointment, big waste. What are you gonna do? You know, cleared out all the super mutants, lost some more bears. That shit definitely fell in the water. Very annoying. Clear out more super mutants in the basement. Somehow lost another bear. Now at this point, I need to find more bears because there's a big fight going to be coming up. So I decided to head out and go find some more bears. Fought some enemies. Immediately lost a bear, but then immediately gained one because a random traveler came by and he was selling a bear, and I was like, oh hell yeah. That's what are the odds? And then I went to a library and I found even more bears there, so that was pretty cool. I need to find more bears. Got into a fight, lost 2 bears, kind of crazy, defeating all my work. Starting to realize I should probably avoid fights because it gets to make me lose bears. But I need more bears. I don't have enough for the final fight, I feel like, you know, for the Enclave, so I need to get more bears. Turns out there is a sewer place where they manufacture and make bears. There's a shit ton of bears there. Like 21 bears. So I decided to grab all those bears. And then I was at 27 bears. So yeah, definitely should have gone here at the beginning of the run. Oopsie daisy, I guess. What are you gonna do? But I think I have enough bears now for the end of the run. So I go back to my father. I do all those little tasks he asked me to do, like the good boy that I am. Talks about Megaton. I didn't blow it up. Blah, 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 blah. Go back down. Put the fuse in. And then I have to go in the sewer. And in the sewer, I see a super mutant still alive, which I'm like, I don't know how that's possible. But apparently there's one still alive outside. And he tried to kill me. He threw some grenades at me. And I was pretty confident that there was no way he was going to be able to do it. But he did. And then the Enclave came in and started shooting him. I thought it was kind of goofy. I don't know. Then I finally met an Enclave member with, you know, power armor. And I was curious to see how this teddy bear is going to hold up. Hey, buddy. I've missed! Missed again. Is this the same actor who plays Vic Valentine? Fallout New Vegas? I missed again. There we go. The Enclave could not withstand the power of my teddy bear. It's wild. Watch my dad die. Lamau, I suppose. Dr. Madison Lee told me to keep these people alive, but I got kind of distracted with killing Enclave soldiers because they gave you a lot of XP, and I kept thinking it was really funny killing them with teddy bears, and I kind of forgot about everyone else. I'm gonna be real, and I kind of got them all killed because I forgot. Oopsie, I proceeded to level up and only lost 1 bear out of that, which was pretty cool. Most of my points in the big guns get to 90, put more points into repairs, and then I just got strong back to carry more items, honestly. Talked to the leader of the Brotherhood, and then he had some dialogue with Dr. Lee, and I just quick load, quick save to skip that. My power armor. Decided why not, because I had a bit of evil karma at this point because I kept stealing bears. And I convinced Jericho to come with me to be my companion because I thought, I don't know, maybe that'd be pretty useful. Went to Little Lamplight, quick load, quick save to just convince him to let me in. It took way longer because I only had like, I don't know, like 17% chance of convincing him. It was crazy. Found 2 bears while I was there. Pretty nice. Leveled up, put some more points into just like medicine and repairs, honestly. Couldn't decide what to get. Got training again because I don't know. Why not? And immediately after getting Jericho in his first real fight, he instantly died. So yeah, I literally picked him up just for him to die. Convinced Flock to go get me the Gak. I tried to avoid this unskippable cutscene. Didn't work. I had Autumn yell at me, told him he was a little bitch. Leveled up again, and this time I picked Mysterious Stranger. Proceeded to also never see Mysterious Stranger for the rest of the run. Told this guy he was a pussy. Could not convince the President Robot to sleep on a bed in the Nether. Lamau, I suppose. I don't know. Sadly, could not convince Flock to join me. My karma at this point was neutral, so you have to be good or very good. And I was not that. Got the big gun Baba just to max out my big gun skill, because why not? I was being a little bit over-prepared at this point, so I started repairing all my stuff, and I was, like, way prepared for the fight that I needed to be. And I just started getting ready for the fight. Leveled up one last time, and just picked fitness, because why not? Before I beat the game, there was one more thing I had to take care of. After that, I went to the bathroom and just assumed that Liberty Prime would just skip all the way through. Did not work, unfortunately. He goes to one place until you're there. And now with the final fight. Before we go further in the game, I just want to say, when leveling up, there is a perk at level 8 that only thing it does is give you 15 more points into Big Gun. Now, that sounds like not a bad deal, you know. It's like, oh, it's 15 points. That's basically like if you put almost all your points from leveling up into big guns. That's kind of worth it. But at level 8, if you're choosing to run a big gun playthrough, at this point, you had already put so many points into big guns. And when I was doing it, I was already at like 90, right? So I was like, was going over the limit that I needed. So it was kind of a waste. Thought that was kind of annoying. I thought I would just talk about that real quick. What a waste of being at level 8. I think it should be like level 5 perk or something. I don't know. I thought it was kind of crazy. Ouch. I mean, this is the first time I've ever taken drugs in this entire game, and I got addicted. Proceeded to do the final boss fight, which was a fucking joke because he's just like a fucking weak enemy. And then put the code in and beat the game with 4 bears left. And that was it. Yeah, super fun run. I actually enjoy this a lot. I don't know. I just thought it was really silly the whole time. Little bonus part here for you gamers. After beating the game, I leveled up, put all my points in the unarmed, picked Cannibal, and started beating the shit out of everyone and started eating them in front of them because I don't know, that was funny. And just broke the challenge run, you know, Lamau. I don't know. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, I switched from my 3D model, like talking to you guys face to face, to just like talking here. Let me know what you guys like more, if you like me just doing this, or you like me like standing there talking to you guys. What's more of your preference? Oh, and one final thing, if you are curious to see the entire run unedited, I'll link it here. I do all these runs live, so if you ever want to like watch them, I don't know, to see if I cheated or something, feel free. The link's there. And yeah, you can watch me play through it. All right, see you.